The church in Ephesus was at risk. It was a matter of love. It was a love matter. Go and read. They loved the word of God. They hated the false doctrines, but the one quarrel. I used to read that years ago and wonder, why did he talk about taking away their lampstand? Why was it such a serious reaction? These guys are one of the most faithful churches. Look at what he says in verse 2. I know your works as well as your labor and steadfast endurance. This is Jesus. Like maybe he would say to us in some respect, I know your work, I've seen your labor, your steadfast endurance. You've endured. Wow. And it's feeling so good. Then he adds there, and that you cannot tolerate evil. Yeah, church. Jesus, the master and king, says, I know you can't tolerate evil. He didn't say you hate him. He said you can't tolerate it. That means there was no evil in their midst. This is scary. The Bible can be confusing, but I thank God for understanding. You have even put to the test those who refer to themselves as apostles, but are not, and have discovered that they are false. Does this sound like a Moi church? This church knows how to test apostles. This is if there's any church even near to this level. I am also aware that you have persisted steadfastly, endured much for the sake of my name, and have not grown weary. Please, what remains now is not rapture next. Listen to this compliment, verse 6. But you do have this going for you. You hate what the Nicolaitans practice. Practices I also hate. This church is good. But look at what we read in between, in verse 4 and 5. But I have this against you. You have departed from your first love. And if he had said, please now go back, I would have understood. He said, remember from what high state you have fallen. Not into sin, not into false doctrine. They didn't fall into false doctrine. They were not teaching lies. They had not accepted bad preachers. Nothing. They were not loving how they loved. And they were not practicing and showing and living love. And God calls it a fall from a high state. Have you heard before, to whom much is given? You did know love will eventually be the ultimate thing. 2 Peter chapter 1. Different things. Faith, power, knowledge. People are pursuing all these things. People have made it their goal, the ultimate, what they are known for, like a brand name. They boast about it, they exclaim it. We are a people, they have mottos behind it that they say. Power. They pursue it with all their heart, day and night. And because anything you pursue, you will tend to find whatever things you desire when you pray. Believe that you have them and it shall be given. So they pursue it day and night. And they are manifestations because they have pursued it so hard. If you ever tell yourself anything, don't fail to realize this, that if you aim for love, you're going to be above all the rest. The others will always be below. And if you can do the highest, climb the highest peaks, then every other mountain is simple. Anything you have done more, you can do less of. And you can probably do it very quickly and easily. So if you pursue love, if you pursue when you stand up to jog and you're practicing to win races, you run every day while you're training for this race. You run 4 times around the field. But in the real race, you're planning to run twice. Your chances of winning are higher than the people that always practice running 2 times, right? You'll have more endurance. You'll carry longer when the real race comes. With the mindset that I'm going around 4 times and you start running like that, you'll be ahead of others. You just aim further and higher. You press at it. You tell yourself, I'm going to spend 2 hours praying a day. You may fall short and end up praying for 1 hour. That's far better than someone that aimed for 1 hour and fell to 30 minutes. You tell yourself, I am going to pursue anything, any goal at all you set for yourself. If you set love as your pursuit, that you want to love people, you want to be a blessing to people, you want to be kind, the characteristics of love from 1 Corinthians 13. You make it your goal and you keep it there. Other things are going to be easier. If you tell yourself, I'm going to be like Jesus, I'm going to love people, I'm going to be forgiving, I will not hold grudges against anyone, I'm not going to be rude, I'm not going to be selfish, I'm not going to be easily irritated, I'll rejoice with the truth, I will not rejoice with unrighteousness, I will dislike unrighteousness, I'll be long suffering, I will not be boastful, I will not lift myself over other people and make people feel inferior. Even when I have things that exalt me more than others, I will not do it because it makes people feel inferior. I will not make people feel uncomfortable around. I will purposely make a fool of myself. I'll act in ways that bring me down and keep me low. I will not snub, of course. It says love does not parade himself. It's not puffed up. You could even have something that is so nice. But you purposely you go to your village. Is that the time you go and bring out your nicest clothes, shiniest? You know there are so many poor people there. And you go and shine. It's not even that you carry one fine clothes, you carry 5. You intimidate them to pieces. You make everybody conscious. People suddenly start saying, I will not go for that thing because of you. And you're asked like, what's mine? So keep it for where everyone will be shining that bright. I was given. Keep it for another venue. Love bothers to think about the effects of its actions on other people. Love doesn't go where it doesn't owe anybody a responsibility and someone is standing and talking and speaks bad English and love shouts out, sorry, that's not the pronunciation, and keeps doing that. Hey, lifting yourself at the expense of others, making them ashamed, embarrassed and all that. Love cares. Love does to others as it would want done to itself. Love is the nature of God, and this is what we are to walk in.